But yeah, okay, now there's the second Corsair being produced. Those Scourge should be able to knock it down, but interesting effort producing a lot of Zerglings right now, and I almost wonder if he's going to go in for a big crush now that those Zealots are down on that natural secondary. There are only 2 cannons there, and there are only Corsairs otherwise, so this could really be a big benefit, and that's another problem for Best is in these kind of off-timing attacks. He does have a Dark Templar wandering out there, and there isn't an Overlord to help scout this, so that will protect. But if those Zerglings just kind of wander down, they could do a lot of damage, a significant amount of damage. And I don't know why this is actually kind of keen to effort. I don't know why more Zerg players aren't doing this, because you do have Larva to spare, I almost feel like. I mean, yeah, a little bit more hurt on the minerals, but you do have additional Larva. I feel like you can spend the Zerglings, really what it comes down to. You're still in an excellent economic and output position versus a Protoss player at this stage, so you might as well. And it looks like the Zergling's going to wander up, going to do a little bit of damage to these Dark Templar, but going to get killed otherwise. Best almost feels like he's running into a brick wall at this stage, getting kind of forced out of that off-timing push he wanted to execute. Just getting completely red here by effort and getting completely wiped out as a result, losing 1 Dark Templar there, able to sneak another Dark Templar around, but he's not going to get anywhere with that. Some Lurkers being produced, even though I almost feel like with all those Zerglings out in the field it wasn't even necessary, but now some Lurkers out in the field to work against those Zealots that are going to be coming to follow. And right now Best is so far isolated from his natural secondary, or I'm sorry, from that third base. I almost feel like he's not going to really be able to get anything done, and I'm not sure that he's seeing a lot of these Zerglings that are coming out in the front. If those Zerglings storm in, they might be able to get right on top of those High Templar. They're going to get stormed and die, but they're going to be able to kill the High Templar with them. And running up, it looks like the Lurker's starting to press on the front door. I don't think Best is anywhere near observers right now, and it looks like those Scourge, if an Overlord hurries up and gets there, oh! A lot of those Zerglings getting a little bit too greedy and getting taken out. Looks like they are going to be able to sneak back in there, and there's 1 High Templar. Actually, those High Templar are fairly weak, but with that Scourge in position, that Overlord at the position they're at, oh, that was smart. Actually, I like that. Storming one of the Scourge so that you wouldn't be able to knock the Observer out in the air as effectively. Second Storm should be able to take 2 of those Overlords out as well. So as you can see, taking a lot of damage there. And so it looks like he is not quite able to get that second Overlord, and that Forge also getting taken out. And that's really opening on that front door. A lot of Zealots there on the ground. But with some Lurkers to kind of follow this up, Best could be in a lot of trouble. And he doesn't have a lot of Side Storm to spare. The Zerglings running into the main now. Just looks like 4 of them to just do some scouting. 2 cannons. Nice defense there by Best. He's going to be able to see a lot of these Scourge Corsairs being produced in the air, and some Mutalisks to follow. Quick tech switch. Best somehow read it, though, just seeing the light amount of Lurkers that are on the front. So Effort's going to have a little bit more difficulty with this, but he does have Armor 1, and it looks like the Corsairs do not have Weapons 1. So this could be an extremely effective attack for Effort if he can just micro it just very precisely, because he's going to need 1 High Templar, both High Templar taken out, more High Templar just getting completely worked. And now Effort just dancing over that natural secondary. It was already an effective attack. You can see the frustration on Best's face. Maybe Best should play Terran. And able to run those, and actually able to split those Mutos beautifully and pull out 1 Scourge wandering up and doing some damage right there, and sacrificing 1 Mutos to save the rest. But really nice, very effective attack right there. And now Effort going to be able to take that 3 o'clock base without any trouble. A ton of Scourge wandering up, so those Corsairs need to be very, very careful. It looks like they are going to be able to back out and deal with this, but still, I still don't feel like Best is in a position to take another base, and even if he is, Effort is so far economically ahead that he's going to have a lot of trouble working this, and it looks like the Mulus is going to wander up, try to draw those Corsairs out so those Scourge can just push up and do what they need to do. Looks like an Archon, a Dark Archon being morphed, try to deal with this, and now it's a pincer attack. Just run, Corsair, no, get out of there. Looks like some Mutalisks getting taken out, some nice maneuvering there by Best, but still those Mutalisks are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're just buying time. Best is pinned back to 2 bases. Effort is already at 3. He's going to have 5 momentarily. That's going to put him at 5 gas as well, I believe. I don't think any of those are mineral onlys. Yeah, he's going to have 5 gas. 5 gas versus 2 comparatively, and it looks like he just has more troops on the ground if you don't count Corsairs. That Dark Archon's going to have to be magical, and able to snipe the shuttle as well. That was one thing that Best was going to absolutely need is that shuttle and damage right there. He has the Dark Archon, but I'm not sure what the Dark Archon's even up there for. Zerglings streaming across the field, so it looks like Effort feeling like he has enough larva and enough minerals to really spare to just work against these Zealots with just straight, oh man, going to be able to take those cannons out, sneaking in there, but with just straight Lurker Ling, with swarms soon to follow. I almost expected him to kind of wait a little bit and produce some more drones to kind of follow this up. Looks like he is going to be able to pin one of those lurkers above ground, but there's still plenty of lurkers that are planted underneath. Best's front door completely breached, and it looks like we are going to see Best GG. Excellent play by Effort. Just straight up, Best did his job though. He took the team pretty far. Gonna move on to the 6th set momentarily. Let's see if somehow CJ Antis can turn this back around. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Great play from Effort. Great match. Thanks for listening.